You make my world a better place.
Yes!
He's walking with me.
I can depend on you.
Shouldn't be able to spot.
Chris has been called to a local park to meet with Anna.
I got a funny feeling this is why I'm here, right?
Yes, this is James.
Her pet mini pig's behaviour is causing some big problems.
He's a bit of a demolition man, isn't he?
I think he can dig a hole faster than I could with a shovel. The council is not appreciating the holes that he's putting in the park, and they're asking me to keep him on the lead at all times, even in an off-leash park.
To be honest, I came down here thinking, oh, geez, the council's overreacting again. But you see the holes he digs. He is making a mess down here.
Thanks, James.
This foraging behaviour, this digging, is a normal thing for pigs to do. But here in the city, it doesn't work because the council are really on Anna's tail.
I think they're at the point of almost asking me to not take him to the park. I guess the only other solution is for me to move to a rural area, and I certainly don't want to do it, but the last thing I want to do is have to give him up. I love him. I couldn't imagine not having him around.
Brutus is as big as this boat. That's a little bit scary.
Tim and Obi are investigating some trouble in the Australian Reptile Park's Alligator Lagoon. Bad boy Brutus has started fighting the old male gators for territory and harassing the females.
Right. Most of the time they get along, and there's a real social hierarchy from big boys right down to tiny little hatchlings. Now, Brutus is at that point in his life where he's ready to become top dog. The risk is if we leave Brutus, that he's going to try and throw it over these old boys. That's going to end in serious injury, possibly death. Ah, that's our gator. Look, he's just sitting there, standing his ground, doesn't want to move. Everyone else is scattered, and the king's just holding his ground. Hey, hey, hey. We can't catch Brutus in the water, even though we're only a metre from him now. There's a few risks. One is that he pulls us straight in. Two is that if we happen to get a rope on and let's say Brutus was too strong and he pulled away, he could then be stuck underwater with a rope wrapped around his head, and we don't want that.
With Brutus now located, Tim will attempt to entice the deadly killer to the bank so he can be captured.
Righto, mate, we'll see you in a little while.
Billy. Billy.
Bello, a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, has suddenly collapsed and been rushed into the Bondi Referral Hospital, SASH.
All of a sudden he just lied on the kitchen floor, couldn't focus, his head tilted to one side, and he just couldn't stand up. He was just like going in circles. It was very upsetting.
Glenda and her daughter-in-law Georgia are fearing the worst.
My initial thought was he had a stroke. It looked like a human that had had a stroke.
Bring him through.
Emergency vet Dr Lisa Chimes needs to urgently assess the 6-year-old.
Hey, honey, your world's upside down. What's happened?
He just went down, his eyes started flickering, and he just couldn't stand. He couldn't, like he was all over the place.
So what we really need to do now is work out, is this a problem going on in his brain?
Yep.
Or is this a problem going on outside of his brain?
Right.
So somewhere like in the ears.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pop him on the floor, see what he can do.
Come here, baby. Oh, come here, baby. Bello, come here.
There's something going on with Bello that is affecting the nerve that's controlling his balance.
He's not too steady at all.
There's a whole variety of things it could be, and we need to do some more tests to work out why. So I'm gonna have a look inside his ears, see if there's any problems there. That one looks pretty good. So his ears look actually pretty clean. There's no inflammation, there's nothing I can see down that ear canal that's causing any issues. That doesn't necessarily rule out ear problems, okay? Because I'm just looking at the outside ear canal. Exactly.
Bello will now undergo a CT scan to determine if the problem is within the inner ear or the brain.
Hey, what's going on?
Problems inside the brain could be something like a stroke, something like a tumour in his brain, some sort of inflammatory disease in his brain.
Just getting better. Very nerve-wracking, yeah.
All right.
Just hope it doesn't turn out to be the worst.
Honey, I know you're dizzy. You're dizzy. The worst case scenario would be that Bello's got a brain tumour, and I really, really hope that's not something I'm going to have to tell Glenda. All right, honey.
Bello's CT scan is underway at SASH.
Good boy, Bello.
The Cavalier King Charles Spaniel collapsed and is unable to stand.
The causes of balance problems can be related to something inside the brain or something outside the brain. And what we really need to do with Bello is work out what's causing these signs.
Never seen him like that before.
Poor Belly.
It's a tense wait for owner Glenda and her daughter-in-law Georgia.
He is our baby. All our boys have grown up now and he's our little boy. Because he's never been away from us. Yeah, it's just that he's always been with us. Wherever we are, he is.
What have we got?
Chickens, the lure.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, there's some extra
Good.
rope.
Beauty. Are we confident 2 of us are going to be enough?
No, but I've got a little plan.
At the Australian Reptile Park, bad boy Brutus has been terrorising the other alligators in the lagoon. This 400-kilo predator needs to be removed before his attacks turn lethal.
Everyone's tense. We've had injuries in females, young males, old males, and that's because of Brutus. He's got everyone on hot coals because he's testing all the old males.
Yep. We've got everything?
Yeah, this is everything. If we don't take Brutus out now, what we face is a lot of injuries, a lot of stressed out gators, and it'll end in death. And that's not something that we want to happen. Tim to Kyle?
Yes, Tim.
Mate, why don't you pop out backside of the gator lagoon?
No problem, Tim. I'll be straight there.
Kyle's worked with gators, but not like Brutus.
Jeez, he's quick.
Hey, mate.
Hey, Tim, hey, Abs, what's going on?
We got a treat for you today.
Oh, what's going on?
Kyle doesn't know it yet, but this rookie keeper is about to receive his first lesson in gator capturing.
With the little ones, around the metre size, I have handled a bit, but ones this size, not very much experience at all. There we go. Number 1 rule, don't get eaten. So we'll try that and let's see how we go from there.
Take this.
Hey, watch out.
Come on. This is Brutus. Come on. That's a gator all the way up. Come on. That's good. Kyle, jump on. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Kyle, you keep that tension on. Obes and I are going to go around. You're right, mate. 1, 2, 3. Obes, on. Hold him, mate. Wrap it around that tree, buddy.
I'd like to know what's behind us, mate.
Brutus has now been captured, but the hard work isn't over yet. This big boy now needs to be moved to his new home, and he is not giving up without a fight.
You get ready to jump, because he's just going to roll with me. Okay, he's going. You can just Kyle on. Jump on, mate.
Well, that explains his signs.
At SASH, Lisa is examining Bello's CT results. The Cavalier King Charles Spaniel suddenly collapsed at home.
Okay, come through. So we've done the CT. His brain looks okay on the CT scan, so I think we are dealing with a primary middle ear problem, okay? The area behind the eardrums is filled with fluid, okay? It should be empty, and both sides are filled with fluid. I think Glenda is actually quite relieved to hear that Bello's got middle ear disease. She was so worried that it was going to be a brain problem.
Is it normal for a dog that's so healthy to get this like in 24 hours?
It can happen quickly, and you know, perhaps there was fluid in there and it was to a point, and he was coping, and then it just got too full, puts pressure on the nerves, and then bang, that's caused these signs. Okay, so next step would involve us actually taking him through to have a procedure done with one of our specialists. We're going to flush the ears and make them empty like how they should be. And I'll speak to you straight afterwards. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks very much.
No problem. You take care.
Thank you. I am feeling relieved, but yeah, every procedure has concerns because you don't know what's going to happen. They're under a general. It'll be a long wait.
The counsellor saying put him on a leash.
It doesn't stop him from digging at all.
Chris is attempting to come up with a solution that will stop the destructive mini pig James being banned from his local park.
I can see you are trying to do the right thing. James, I think we can safely say that this is not the answer. But if there's food, it's different, right? The thing about him is, he's like that naughty kid in school. You can't help but like him.
Sorry. No, not your bag. No.
I've seen enough to know that James does need help. He needs a solution. And I reckon I've got it. The way we do it, you ready for this?
Yeah.
It's a nose ring.
Really?
Yeah. It's going to work really well because what it does, it goes through his little nostrils there, and each time he digs, it presses, and he just feels it and goes, OK, that's not as fun as it used to be.
A nose ring? Oh, you know, I'm willing to try anything. If it works, which would be great.
He just jump on in, does he?
Yeah, you should be able to.
James, come on.
Chris is on his way to the Bondi clinic with Anna and her problem mini pig James. But getting James into the car may be as difficult as stopping the porker digging huge holes in the park.
Have you heard about my driving, James? Hey, mate. Driving okay? Almost there, buddy. Yeah, could you just do the window just here? Just this one? My little friend here, he fogged up the window.
Oh, can I pet him?
Of course you can.
Isn't he beautiful? Nice. Oh, gorgeous.
There you go. Everyone loves him.
They do.
That's what fuels the ego.
He has got quite an ego.
We're here. We're close. Oh, gee. Didn't really expect that. Come on, mate. Come on. I know. Let's go. Look at this. Mention of a piercing. Look at you go. Let's go. Oh. He's never seen a pig before?
No.
It's a big day in his life.
Hello, what have you brought today?
Just a pig.
Just a pig?
For a nose ring. You know anything about piercings?
No, not at all. Maybe we could do one later if we've got a spare one.
Anytime you hear the two words nose and ring put together, I think of one thing. Lola. No. Didn't quite work out. It was nearly an all-day battle to try to get a nose ring into her. I think in the end, after biting, kicking, running away, through pity and exhaustion, she eventually gave in and the nose ring went in. 1, 2, 3. If I've learned one thing from Lola, it's to take the home ground advantage. On my turf, James should be mine.
OK, he's going. You can Kyle on, jump on, mate. Let Obes work there for a minute and just jump on, just smother him, mate, that's it. Be at the back today, mate.
At the Australian Reptile Park, Tim, Obie and Kyle are struggling to restrain Brutus. The 400-kilo killer has been attacking the other gators in the lagoon and needs to be removed.
If he rolls, mate, you just get your foot out from under him. Don't keep it under there or he'll snap it.
He'll snap it, no problems.
He's a good boy. Yep. Not so tough now, hey, buddy? Not so tough now. Ooh, bit of commotion. Maybe that was a celebration of the removal of Brutus. 1, 2, 3. That's it, mate, good job. Again, 1, 2, 3. Once we've caught Brutus, that attracts interest from the other gators. They think it's feed time and they're moving in. And that's not something that we want to happen. Throw us a stick, we don't want him up. Stay away, buddy. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. Stay away.
Watch that little one to your side, mate.
Just hold steady for a second. Pull it back.
At SASH, Lisa is working with dermatologist Dr Philippa Ravens to unblock 6-year-old Bello's ears.
So what I think we're going to do now is see if we can make a little hole in that eardrum and try and drain it.
The Cavalier King Charles Spaniel was rushed to SASH after suddenly collapsing at home. A build-up of fluid behind the eardrums has compressed his balance nerve and resulted in severe vertigo.
Really tenacious bit.
When we make that first puncture in Bello's eardrum, what comes out is just this thick material. The middle ears should not have any fluid in them. They should be filled with air, and Bello's middle ears are just packed with this thick, slimy mucus. We're flushing out all that muck, and hopefully that's going to relieve the pressure on his nerves and improve his balance. That must be so painful.
So see, go in a bit, a bit more. We might actually just need to break it off piece by piece.
Look at that, that is so thick.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my
God.
God.
Look at that.
Seriously.
Wow,
That is
that's
massive.
a lot of mucus. Well done, team.
Lovely.
I think we've pretty much got most of it out, but sometimes there's just a little bit of mucus. Certainly, I think he was towards the more extreme end.
It will be interesting to see how quickly he recovers. Some dogs get better as soon as they wake up from the anaesthetic, and some take a few more days. But no doubt he will be feeling instant relief. I think he's pretty comfy now, snoring away. You got some relief, huh, buddy? You just have a good snooze.
We treat that dog like our family members. We're very sad at the moment. Very nervous.
Spoiled puppy Laker has been rushed into SASH by his worried owners Jeff and Jessie after swallowing an extremely dangerous object.
Okay, so what's happened?
My wife fixed the clothes. She forgot the needle and leave on the table.
Yes.
And the dog just very quick come to grab and ate.
Ate the needle?
Yeah, ate the needle.
Oh, goodness. Was there string on the needle?
Yes.
How long was the string?
About that long.
We'll put him on the table. I'll have a look at him. Hi, cutie pie. Oh, bub.
Very difficult.
Oh, can't see anything there so far. Until we know where that needle is in his body, there's no way that we can tell how we're going to get it out. I think it's a better idea to take the x-ray now, and then I'll talk to you about what we're going to do. Even though Lake is acting like nothing's happening, he's bright and he's happy, if we leave that needle in there, it could perforate through his intestines, through his stomach, it could cause septic peritonitis, and he can die from that. He's your baby?
Yeah, we love that dog very much.
I can tell.
Stay away, buddy. Hey, hey, hey.
Watch that little one to your side, mate.
Hey, off you go, please. We don't want you up here.
At the Alligator Lagoon at the Australian Reptile Park, Brutus's capture has attracted a lot of unwanted attention.
Off you go, mate. They're hungry and they're quick, so it's a dangerous mix. Whoa. It's a bit daunting having him sitting there and big male gators right here.
With the deadly onlookers now at a safe distance,
Tim to Jules.
Tim calls for backup to help move the 400-kilo predator to his new home.
Oh, we're going to need an army of guys to move Brutus, Jules. We're out here now. He's all tied up and you better get Big Johnny.
A better soon as possible.
If we don't take Brutus out now, what we face is a lot of injuries, a lot of stressed out gators, and just not a happy pond in general. Hey, gang, we need everyone, all hands on deck, just to lift him, then we've got to move him. Oh, crikey. Hold him. Okay, let's go. We had 8 to 10 people on that board. Let's say we're carrying 50 kilos each and we were still struggling.
Oh, hang on.
Right. We start walking and very soon we're in mud, holes, trees, logs, rocks. 3. Righto. We'll get a little bit more help, hey? We need more help, so we call in extra people again. That's it.
I'm feeling like
One more.
That's it.
Okay.
This is a big 400 kilo gator.
Everyone down?
Stupidest thing we've ever decided to do.
What's wrong, Abes?
Oh, I'm a wee bit unfit.
Oh, jeez. Yep, on the trolley. Further. This lagoon is not designed for taking big gators out. It's horrible getting them out. Well done.
All right, ready?
Yep, just go easy, mate.
Oh, yeah?
We've got to go over fences and then we've got to take Brutus into the park area, the main park area with all the visitors. And very quickly they swarm. They all want to see Brutus. All right, guys. Hop on back there. We're going to lift him up now. Ready? 1, 2. Just sit him down, guys. We can slide. That's good, guys. That's enough. Just sing out if you need anything. Hold on.
You know, mate, some humans willingly get these nose rings, you know. Yeah, well, look at you now.
At the Bondi Clinic, Chris is hoping a nose ring will put an end to James's destructive behaviour. The porker has been digging huge holes at the local park. The council is ready to ban him.
Thanks, James.
The fact is, Anna has no choice here. She has to put in a nose ring if she's going to be any chance of allowing James to go to the park again.
James, is this to your liking? He's not really a gold man.
No, I don't think he's a gold man
More
either.
silver.
Putting the nose ring in is easy. Anaesthetising him to the point where you can put the nose ring in safely, that's the tricky part.
Can you just watch out? Because when he feels this, he will jump.
Yeah.
So what should happen now is that he should just start to feel a bit sleepy, as you can see. Yep. All right. It's a big needle, though. How this ring works is pretty simple. You can see it's got a little latch there, and when the pliers close, it actually locks that inside the nose. But to actually get it through the nose requires a fair bit of pushing, so you need to be precise, but at the same time, quite forceful. Okay, go through. So that's in. And just spin it around. And you can see the latch. It's gone through perfectly.
Wow, that looks good.
The great thing is now when he digs, he hits there.
That is so much drool.
From here, James is going to rest up for a few days, get used to having that nose ring. Then comes the big test. He's going to go back to the park in about a week. And we're going to find out if he digs.
James, do you like the new nose ring? No, not really. Not right now. But maybe give him some time. Yeah? You'll think about it? Yeah, there we go. We got one.
Laker decided to swallow a sewing needle with some thread on it.
That's clever.
It's very clever. So we're just going to get some x-rays. I need your help because I can't obviously do it. Mm-hmm. In my current state, I can't actually be exposed to radiation, so I'm going to need an extra hand to make sure that I'm safe as well.
As vet nurse Nikki assists Lisa with the x-rays,
We've got to see where it is.
Laker's owners Jeff and Jesse nervously wait in the sash reception.
We're still quite worried. Yeah, still quite worried.
All right, there it is. It's a big needle.
It's massive.
The fact that it's in his stomach means that an endoscopy, putting the camera down there, is still an option. There's no guarantee that when we get down there with the camera that we're even going to be able to grab that needle, let alone find it and pull it out. I don't want Laker to go under the knife. I don't want him to have surgery, and this is the next best option. Got to see what your mum and dad want to do now. So he definitely swallowed the needle.
Yes.
I think the best thing would be to give him an anaesthetic and try and pull it out with the camera. It's only a little dog and it's a big needle, and I'm worried that that could get stuck if we don't do anything.
Okay, yeah, we definitely need to do something.
I never feel comfortable when a sharp metal object is in an animal's stomach, intestines, bowel, anywhere. It could get stuck, it could perforate through his bowel, and that's a pretty serious emergency. We got to get this out of Laker. Good boy. Have a little sleep now.
At SASH, Laker's endoscopy is about to begin.
You can do it, Phil.
Yeah, well, we're just going down. This is the easy bit. Hard bit's finding the needle.
Dr Philip Brain is performing the delicate procedure.
Like finding a needle in the haystack. We just have to use that camera to scan the stomach, hoping that we find that piece of string and the needle on the end of it.
We thought that might be the needles like through, but I think it's just thread that's come off the needle.
You know, we see a little hair and it's magnified and we think, oh, that's the string, and we try and grab it and then we pull it and it comes out as nothing. And it's quite frustrating and unnerving.
That would have been too easy, wouldn't it?
It's just taking us a while to get orientated in there, and haven't found anything yet.
Righto, let's get him in his home.
2, 3. Hey guys, just wait.
That's it.
Aggressive alligator Brutus is being moved into isolation after attacking his neighbours at the Australian Reptile Park.
Guys, there's a big drop-off behind my side here.
It's proving to be a logistical nightmare.
Swing it round. Go down. No.
It's taken 30 minutes and 10 staff to move this massive 400-kilo gator to his new home.
It's going to take the gators a couple of days to realise that Brutus is not there. He's a real stirrer, and he goes gator after gator after gator, just testing them, see if he can put it over them. They're going to be pretty relieved when that doesn't happen today.
All right, mouse through.
Yep. I'm off, Tim. Good. I'm off. I'm way back.
Brutus, in a very short time, will own that pen. Time will tell whether we put him back into this lagoon, his gator lagoon, or he may need to stay by himself for a while. See you, mate.
You're going to meet a huge array of people.
The heart of it is they just love their animals.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
After a busy day of dealing with James the pig...
This us here?
Yeah.
Chris and Neil are volunteering their time to a community clinic called Pets in the Park.
What's that, Cookie? What's that?
I've been doing this for about 3 or 4 months now, and it's one of the highlights of my month. And just to see these people's faces, it's an amazing feeling when you go home. You're walking home on cloud 9.
Dr Mark Westman started the free monthly clinic to help those struggling financially to care for their pets.
Pets in the Park is really designed to look after Sydney's homeless and severely disadvantaged. Some of our clients will feed their animals before they feed themselves, and so we want to tie in and do what we can to help out their animals and hopefully also help out the owners at the same time.
This is Rodney and Di.
G'day, Di. How you going?
Chris's first patient is 6-month-old Isabella. Owner Rodney is worried about his little girl.
Oh, we heard about the Pets in the Park, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to come and just find out if she was pregnant. She's not just sex, so we're not sure.
Okay. I certainly know what you mean. She's a little bit rotund, a little bit pear-shaped. So we need to work out why that is. Yeah.
I think I can feel little fluid-filled sacs in there,
which would more than likely say that she is pregnant. I'd say she's about a month or so in, maybe
It sounds about right. It's been about 4 weeks that she's been like this.
It may be too late for the pregnant Isabella, but these clinics do provide free desexing to try and control the numbers of unwanted kittens.
We'll look to vaccinate her and worm her, but also maybe do a bit of a nail trim as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you'd probably benefit from that too. She could have used these to fend off the boys.
Good on you guys. All right, thanks for that. See you.
Annual vaccinations, flea treatments, routine nail trims and basic medical care for an animal cost hundreds of dollars.
Good girl. Get it.
But today, all of these services are being performed free.
Well, you get so much out of having a pet, don't you?
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, they become like your children, don't they?
You know, that phrase, unconditional love, it gets thrown around a lot, but when you come here today, you see its true meaning, because here, these pets, they don't ask for much, but what they get in return is so much love. For these people, these pets may be their only companion. So is she doing a lot of scratching? Is that the problem?
24/7. She just scratches and scratches and scratches.
Okay.
Lainey's 12-month-old pooch Tiffany is suffering a common problem.
I can already see something that might be the culprit here. Can you see this little guy running through here?
Yeah, she's got heaps of them, actually.
Yeah.
I bath her every day.
Do you?
Just to try and get rid of them.
See, this might be the problem, though, because a lot of these flea treatments, what they do is the treatments sit in the skin oils.
Oh, okay.
So if you bath her every day, you actually wash away a lot of those oils, so you almost wash away the treatment. If you're guilty of one thing, it's probably caring too much, you know?
She means the world to me.
I can tell.
She's just... Because I was living rough on the streets, and I only just got a place last year.
Yeah.
And my daughter gave me her for my birthday.
Yeah.
And I just go, oh, I've got to have her. I can't get rid of her.
Yeah, good on you. So maybe if we give her a flea treatment and don't bathe her for at least 2 weeks or so, and you should notice that the fleas should then fall off her and die in that time.
Thanks, Dr. Chris.
No worries at all.
You have a good weekend.
You too, good to see you.
We'll see you next time, all right, my
Okay.
love? Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye. I came here really with no idea what to expect, but what I found is a whole lot of people with a whole lot of pets of all shapes and sizes, but the one thing they all have in common is they love their animals and they would do anything for them. The bond they have is so incredibly deep and so incredibly special.
Why are you throwing your baby there? Kiss? You want a kiss?
It's a little bit frustrating, isn't it, when you get to this level?
At SASH, Lisa and Dr Philip Brain are struggling to find the large sewing needle lodged in little Laker's stomach.
The thread could be wrapped up in that little ball, but let's have a look.
Time is ticking by, and I know that Jeff and Jessie are waiting in the waiting room. I'm just hoping that he doesn't have to end up on the operating table.
OK, just open.
Finally, a breakthrough.
We've found the eye of the needle and the thread that's attached to it. Hard work's trying to get it out.
We do have to manoeuvre it to get it out in the right orientation, otherwise we can get it snagged. And I think that's what's happening now a little bit. Close.
Is that
You
it?
can live in hope.
Yes! Woohoo! Yay!
Isn't that nice? Have we got the culprit?
Like the whole needle. It is a huge relief for us, and Jeff's going to be over the moon, as is, I'm sure, little Laker when he wakes up. Yeah, we got a high five, Phil.
We can do that.
You're just a happy little boy. You are. Yeah, you are. You still want the cuddles and you don't even know what's going on.
Needle-loving Laker has fully recovered from his endoscopy and is now ready to be reunited with Jeff and Jessie.
Yes, you swallowed a needle. For Laker, it was a bit of an easy ride. Lots of cuddles, a good snooze, and out the door. For Jeff and Jessie, it was a lot of distress about their little baby and whether or not he'd survive. There you go.
Can I have that one?
Yeah, and he's awake. He can go home tonight.
Oh, okay.
There was no damage to the tummy or no damage to the esophagus, so he's very lucky. The needle is very sharp and it didn't do any damage.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We checked everything, so it's amazing.
Next time, need to very be careful when use sharp things, but he's very lucky.
You saying thank you? I say thank you very much, thank you.
What a huge relief for Laker and the whole family. I mean, to their surprise, Laker's gone home tonight, so it's happy endings for everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.
See you later,
Okay,
bye.
Bye-bye, thank you.
Bello, you want to come out?
Next day, Lisa is ready to release Bello. 24 hours ago, the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel was unable to stand. An emergency procedure to clear the dangerous blockage in his ear has been successful.
Good boy, Bello.
Although it will take some time for his balance nerve to fully recover.
He was so dizzy. He was experiencing signs like people with vertigo. It was like he was in a washing machine, roller coaster, spinning around, and just had no control of it. Good boy, Bello. He is strutting his stuff, wagging his tail. He is a different dog to what he was when he came in.
Glenda and her son Matthew are waiting to take their beloved Cavalier home.
I was very relieved it wasn't a brain tumour and it came out to be mucus in the ears.
You want to go see Mum? Should we go? Let's go. Come on.
I think we're going to have to give him a lot of TLC. He's going to have a lot of love and care.
Look who's there.
I'm going to start crying.
Look who's there.
Hello. Oh, he looks so much better.
He's walking and he's wagging his tail and he's happy.
He's so much better. Kiss, 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 kiss. Oh, yes. We've missed kisses. Yes, we have. Haven't we? Compared to when we brought him in. It's amazing. Sorry, I'm emotional.
No, you're allowed to be emotional. This is a pretty traumatic thing.
It is. To go from healthy to being that sick, and now he's sort of bounced back.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That was a delightful reunion. Glenda was so emotional. I didn't think she had any idea that Bello would be this good.
This is overwhelming.
There's no holes. That's a good sign.
It's been 1 week since Chris gave James a nose ring to stop his obsessive digging.
I'm coming back to the scene of the crime to see if this nose ring has worked. If it hasn't, this could be the last time James ever sets foot in this park.
James was facing a ban from the local park due to his destructive behaviour.
Hello, matey.
Hello. How are you? Oh, yeah.
So what, he's walking around, he's still sniffing out things, he's still the same James, but just he's not doing the excavations.
No, there is a lot more sniffing though.
So he's thinking about what he could do,
Yeah.
but he's not actually carrying through with the digging.
No digging.
It's incredible that a nose ring, something that looks quite simple, can make such a huge difference. He can still sniff, he can still do all the things he likes to do, but the moment he actually pushes his nose into the ground, the ring pushes into his nose, and he goes, you know what? This ain't so fun. So did you miss the bad boy though?
Honestly, no. Not at all. It's a lot easier.
He is a better pig now. He can still come to the park, be the centre of attention, which he loves, but not be the serial park pest.
You're gonna be just fine, aren't you?
Guess that was goodbye.
I think that's his way of saying thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr Danny Dusek from Bondi Vet. If you love our show and want to see more, plus some amazing content about pets and how to care for them, hit the subscribe button. Click that little notification bell and we'll see you on our next video.